Our next contest is a singles bout scheduled for one ball.
Oh, God, not again. He's back.
It's the coach.
What is this music?
Introducing first, allegedly weighing in today at 185.8 pounds, he's the coach, Nickie Valentino.
How about that? Valentino lied about his weight. He still couldn't make welterweight status.
Why did Timmy V, or whatever his name is, the ring announcer number 8, how come that he said allegedly?
Oh,
Why allegedly? Are you doubting?
Valentino, let's say he's been training heavy the past couple of years.
What's up, coach?
Hell of a test for Valentino, his first premier matchup in 8 months.
Oh, gee. Well, that little child was excited. How many laps is he going to do?
Andrew Palace, full of energy, and you know there's a lot of pent-up energy concerning Palace wanting to get a hold of Sonny Vice. I know Palace has been scouring Turner's Hall all evening. Sonny Vice is not in attendance according to sources. And as a result, Valentino may take the brunt of that frustration.
Well,
This isn't regulation.
Valentino looks a little out of it right now, a little out of sorts.
That's been in for 10 years.
Well, apparently somebody doesn't have, one of the fans don't have their regulation shoes on. I believe that's what he was pointing out.
I'm sure.
We got to make sure everything's on the up and up. That's what Coach Nickie Valentino did.
I think Valentino was protesting about that baby.
Well, that's an illegal baby.
What?
Yes.
Baby.
That's an unfair advantage. You saw Palace, like a little puppy dog, just went, ooh, child.
So Palace being distracted is an unfair advantage for Palace.
Yes. Absolutely.
You all have to be quiet.
No, that's fair. He's asking for the people to be quiet for the small child.
Baby, do we need to be quiet?
Palace just asked the baby if everyone needs to be quiet. Unless this is Baby Geniuses, I don't think we're going to get a response.
Valentino was displeased by the answer, though. I think we got an answer. The baby's pumped. Look at it.
Don't put up with that.
I talk to the babies. You don't talk to the babies. Oh yeah, watch this. Hey Iris, what's up? Stop telling me stop talking to the baby.
Now, that baby should be disqualified.
Stop it. Are you going to tell me the baby doesn't have a manager's license now?
What absolute? I don't think it does. I don't think it can even go to the bathroom. Well, it can, just not how you're supposed to. It is capable of such an act.
So many follow-up questions. Colin elbow tie-up as Palace showing that Valentino's mind games are not going to work on him, but you still know in the back of Palace's head, he's thinking about Sonny Vice.
Well, he definitely better be. Because if not, Sonny Vice is going to drop him again. Oh, speaking.
By the way, the baby approves of the corner break.
Well, I think we're going to have to talk to the commission and see if that baby is licensed to actually be a baby.
They're not here. Jackson Cade and Lex Vegas are not present, but will be making their return next month to Powder Keg, and I'm not sure how they feel about the baby, but I'm sure they like it because it's from Cleveland.
How would Ron Mathis feel about a baby? Let's go down the entire roster.
Well, that's far too much. You mentioned the commission, not me.
I don't even know my name anymore.
There's a side headline by Coach Valentino.
I know who Coach Valentino is.
He has the gall to tell someone to be quiet when he's got that damn whistle.
Well, that's a directional whistle. That's not a noise whistle.
His arm dragged by Palace. Second time. If you're Sonny Vice, are you regretting getting in the face of Andrew Palace and trying to use Palace to, let's say, get some attention?
I don't think so. I think everybody's talking about Sonny Vice. Sonny Vice said that, he wasn't getting the respect he deserved. He's out there winning championships, winning tournaments, and everybody's talking about Andrew Palace. This and this guy. And people were forgetting. They weren't putting respect on the name of Sonny Vice, and they certainly are now. Andrew Palace learned what happens when you don't put respect on his name.
Sonny Vice felt forgotten, felt that Andrew Palace reaped all the fan adulation and the year-end awards that he deserved. Because Vice and J-Rock were bleeding buckets here long before Palace and J-Rock had their issues with Lendl and Kitchen, that tag match and that ring announcer rivalry.
You know, that baby really has Nickie Valentino on.
Baby's got a cheering section.
Oh boy, why don't we just put out baby t-shirts and baby 8x10s?
The worst 8x10s I've seen here. Valentino backs Palace into the ropes. Valentino, the veteran, about a decade plus in the game. Certainly very resourceful and wily, and Palace went for that arm drag again. Valentino a step ahead, but not that time. Last time we saw Valentino, he was not getting atomic drop, but he was the personal wrestling coach of Katie Arquette and Calvin Couture, and Valentino wants to get out of there.
It may not have been in the complete fashion that he had intended. I think Coach Valentino had some time to recenter himself. He's a little bit off his game plan right now.
Yeah, he needs another 8 months, I think. And the pursuit is on.
You know, what are the Bill Watts rules on babies?
Bill Watts rules on babies? I just don't make them come off the top rope. I don't know. What are you talking about? Valentino got a forearm as he trapped Palace in the ring skirt, Finley style, your buddy, and Valentino has used that to take control of Palace right in front of the baby.
Well, now they're going to throw him amongst the people. Or not. They made him move. Well, not the baby. The baby just kind of stood moving gaga. But a lot of gaga from the baby.
Well, at least it's on your level of speech. Valentino back in. Controlling Palace. Valentino's used some of that resourcefulness to take advantage of Palace's frenetic energy and use it against him.
Well, you got to do something. I mean, with Andrew Palace, he's like the Energizer Bunny, just not as cute and adorable. Just keeps going and going and going and going and going.
He stops.
He keeps
He
going.
goes.
You know how long he goes? Forever.
That's somebody else.
You know what else he does? He gets pinned by Calvin Couture, in case you hadn't heard.
Are you trying to tell me Calvin Couture pinned Andrew Palace?
Absolutely, and I would love to say that about 406 more times. Please?
Please wait for intermission. Palace gets the foot up.
You know, let me go amongst the people in intermission.
And, Valentino, a power slam. This could be an upset. 2 count only. What if Valentino pins Andrew Palace?
Well, then I think he'll have firm control of the baby, and that'll move him up the rankings here in Premier.
Rankings of what? Child care?
Sure. Coach Valentino could do it all. He could take care of a baby with one hand, he could wrestle Andrew Palace with the other, and he could make dinner with his feet.
Yeah, he's running out of appendages. That almost broke some health code violations. Palace back to his feet. Trying to get out of this chin lock. You gotta believe Palace would love to send a message to Sonny Vice and to Calvin. Palace beat the Mandime last month. Valentino covered for 2.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. Palace had his hands full last month with Mandime Elijah Dean. I mean,
shoots the half again, and near fall.
I mean, he was a half a count away several times from falling right down that ladder. I wonder if Sonny Vice has done more for Andrew Palace's psyche, because Palace didn't see it coming. When we've seen him in there with guys like J-Rock, we saw him in there with Ron Mathis. He kind of had an idea of what he was getting into. But Sonny Vice, quite literally, blindsided.
Textbook suplex by Valentino. 2 count only. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that Palace had brought Vice back to Premier after a 6-month absence. As his friend, to watch Palace's back, Palace and Vice had built up a mutual respect for one another when they were both competing for the Premier Championship last year. They were partners on an occasion. They were in a 4-way matchup with Ron Mathis and Jackson Stone, challenging for the Premier Championship. They know how tough the other is, and I think Palace thought there was a bit more mutual respect there than there actually was, to be sure.
And I'm going to say kudos to Sonny Vice while I'm at it. You know how fun it is to stab somebody in the back?
I'm sure you would know.
I mean, blindsiding somebody, just that look on your face right before you do it is amazing. You should have to pay for that.
Valentino on top. You'd stab a friend in the back to make an extra $8.
Why, do you know somebody that Oh, never mind.
That's a friend of yours? Hardly.
I have a lot of friends. You know, a friend I have in Chris LaRusso, for one, I will say. Nickie Valentino, a friend of mine. Very anti-baby.
Valentino. Gonna take a chance.
He's not going to the top. The second rope is legal.
Yeah, Bill Watts rules in effect, but
I didn't say it was effective. I just said it was legal.
I think even Bill Watts could have seen that counter coming. And Palace to his feet and building the energy again. The Spasmadian Devil begins to let loose.
Okay, Andrew Palace is like one of those fast charge cell phones. It's just when you think when it's left for dead, it comes right back.
And Valentino is dazed. And the knee strike.
And now he might be missing a few teeth.
Could this be all? No, that's a long 2 count. Palace very, very close to scoring a major victory over the returning Coach Valentino.
But don't worry, Coach Valentino, he's going to get his frenetic energy as well. It's building up.
Is he now? I think his frenetic energy is about on E. As Palace face first. Valentino is not exactly a 60-minute man, but he can finish this thing now. Oh, Palace countered. A choke slam, look out. Palace feeling the energy. And into hernia driver. Forget about it.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Could that hernia driver be in the future of Sonny Vice?
They're going to offer up the baby as... Well, they're going to offer up the baby as a gift. How they give you flowers in Japan. Andrew Palace gets a baby.
Andrew Palace gets a victory, though. He loves Sonny Vice served up on a silver platter, but Sonny Vice apparently not enough guts to be here tonight, or maybe Sonny Vice is calculating his next plot.
Well, the new Sonny Vice is calculated. He's dotting his I's and crossing his T's. He has a plan. Don't you worry about it.
And a special thank you for an unofficial manager.
Now, does the baby get 10%
Of what?
of the winning purse?
I'm not sure about that. Andrew Palace, though, he's got a soft spot for all the Premier fans across Turner's Hall and watching at home as well.
Oh, please. That's what I say to that.
And Palace scoring a victory here at Premier Championship Wrestling's Doomsday, and Valentino could kindly leave. We got more scheduled.
Hey! No. I wasn't ready.
Ready?
Well, that's fair.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Yeah.
That's the most compelling argument.
Exactly. Cleveland education, ladies and gentlemen. Same difference. Listen, ask the baby. Baby, was I ready?
No, he wasn't ready.
The baby knows I wasn't ready. So here's what we're going to do.
I take back what I said.
Stay right here until I get a fair shake. I want an opponent who wasn't ready. Just like me.
He wants an opponent who wasn't ready.
I get paid by the hour.
Everybody's ready. This is Premier.
Too bad. We're going to wait. We're going to wait it out. So let's go.
Well, you did hear the baby.
Give me another try. I want a do-over. Look, I need a chair.
He needs a chair. He doesn't have the energy for a do-over.
Well, I think a do-over is a fair... Oh, we have an... Oh.
I can wrestle back.
You know what? I gotta go take care of this. Please.
Wait, Joe. Well,
Alright? Give me somebody with some decision-making ability. Where's the baby? Baby. You're leaving me now? This guy. Come on, Sue. You know I wasn't ready. We plenty of time. What are you doing? Come on, Sue. Give me my fair shake. Who has to get out? Don't do it. Don't do it. I want a competitor. Not a Sue. And not that guy.
Valentino making a request.
No. This ought to be good. The kid knows I wasn't ready, Joe. I'll talk to him. He was watching the whole thing. With the baby gone, I gotta rely on the kid. Right? No. Come here. You watch the whole thing. Was I ready?
Look, I guess we're here.
No. It's a yes or no question, Junior. I'm not looking for a Shakespearean sonnet. It's a yes or no question. Was I ready?
Sounds like, from what I hear, that you were.
Come nuts. What do you think?
Did the bell ring?
Well, maybe.
Were you in your corner?
Define what my corner is. I mean, I suppose.
Then you were ready.
Oh, no, that's not what Nickie Valentino was looking for. Ready is subjective.
You seem to be new around here. You clearly don't know who I am. So I'm going to give you one more chance to answer the question appropriately. Was I ready? Just show a little respect. Don't do anything you're going to regret.
Now, wait a minute. Well, the simple answer to that question was no, he wasn't ready. Well, I mean, Nickie Valentino did warn him. He said, don't do something you're going to regret. It's going to go to a place it can't come back from. Might not be a good idea for Joe Dombrowski to step in there.
You're done. Go. Security.
Well, needless to say, Nickie Valentino not taking this loss graciously, shall we say. But it will go down officially as a loss for Nickie Valentino. However, we will put an asterisk in the fact that Nickie Valentino clearly was not ready.